Week 5, that means some teams will hit the midpoint of their season, regular season at least. That includes Ocoee, off to their best start in years. Could the Knights keep it going against Wekiva tonight?
Plus, Edgewater just can't stop crushing teams. Winter Park trying to withstand that Eagles attack.
You like football, and we like football. Let's watch some football. Here it is, Football Friday Night, presented by Ocoee Federal Credit Union. This is the 5th straight year Dr. Phillips and Apopka have met in the regular season.
As good as the Panthers have been over that half decade, they've been 0-4 against the Blue Darters, meaning there is nobody on the current roster who can say they took down APK.
And DP trying to change that narrative at home tonight, but it was all Ocoee in the first quarter. Jaquan Lohman is football, so the Lohman always wins. 27 yards up the sideline, and it's 7-0 APK. Then on the final play of the first quarter, Lohman tosses it up for 6'7" Jalen Williams. How are you supposed to stop 6'7"? First down at the 10. Then in the second, Jaden Harrington gets a wall of blue and white, follows it into the end zone. That makes it 14-0. And Apopka would pad that lead a little more. Rashard Sibley taking the direct snap. Dr. Phillips in a 3-touchdown hole before halftime. Blue Darters had a chance to add some more, but Jamari Jackson coughs it up. Stephen Dix recovers for DP. That was the spark they needed. Next play, Isaiah Givens to Jalen Washington to Ledger Hatch. Wide open with a capital O mine. 41 yards, and it's 21-7 at the half. After a scoreless third, we go to the fourth, and keep your eye on Hatch's left foot. Somehow makes the grab and keeps it in. PAT is blocked, though, so DP still down 21-13. Next possession for the Panthers. Givens gets it to Jaquez Jones, but he fumbles it away, killing that drive. DP would get one more chance late in the fourth. Got it to the red zone. But on fourth down, Washington gets swallowed up by the defense, and DP, like my sister's senior prom date, not a winner. 21-13 the final. Shane Whitehead was with the head darter after the game.
Apopka continues to dominate this series, winning 9 of the last 11 games now. It was a tale of two halves for the Blue Darters. Offense in the first half, defense in the second. They came up with that big fourth down stop late in the fourth quarter.
We were dominant in the first half defensively. In the second half, we jumped off sides, we missed some tackles, let them run over our head, stuff like that. So we've got to put 4 quarters together to be a great team. That's going to be a really good team. Hopefully we will be too. We told our kids they're not going to quit. They got nothing to lose. So, but I'd rather be up, 14 or 8 with time running down than behind, so we should feel pretty good about it.
5 weeks in, you've only played 3 games. Does that kind of show?
It does. It does. We're not where we should be. We're not where we would be if we had more games, but it all wash out in the end.
5 weeks into the season, Apopka improves to 3-0. They have homecoming next week against Lake Brantley. At Dr. Phillips High School, Shane Whitehead, football, Friday night on 9.
Thanks, Shane. Crosstown rivals, historic rivals, powerhouse programs from up north all have stood against Edgewater and all have fallen under the Eagles' talons this year. Midway through the season, their playoff destiny feels inevitable. It was on Winter Park to interrupt their perfect season tonight. Eagles would land the first blow, and it was a beauty. Kanan Mobley to Anthony Whedon. Move over Odell Beckham. This is worth a second look in slow motion. 7-0 Edgewater. Winter Park responded with a haymaker of their own. Casey Case spinning a top 40 hit right into the breadbasket of Dakota Mitchell, and he's headed north. 70 yards later, we got a tie ball game. Then in the second quarter, it turned into a track meet. Mobley slings it out to Christian Leary. Leary races 35 yards to the pylon, gets smacked, almost ran me over. Lost the camera for a bit, but recovered for the hero shot. Got to get that one. Ensuing kickoff, Daniel Snook Edwards. His GPS takes him toward the sideline, recalculating. Turn right. Your destination is ahead. 50 yards later, you have arrived. 14-14 after that. Couple plays later, though, Isaiah Connolly gets in on the action. Give this man the corner, and you can't forget about it. Connolly with a bunch of D1 offers, and you can see why. Eagles back in front, 21-14. Whee! I'm so happy. But Winter Park sees your long touchdown run and raises you a touchdown pass. Case to Marcus Clark, the Miami commit, with a few words for Tommy Hill after that one. Actually got a flag from the refs, but hey, we're tied up again. After that, Edgewater started to impose their will. Cedric Baxter, the freshman. Tell you what, doesn't look like a freshman. Eagles put up a 50-burger on Winter Park, 52-28. Now, Wekiva headed for a big district matchup against Edgewater next week. Had to focus on Ocoee tonight. Knight's off to a 3-1 start, but it was Wekiva off and running early. Chad Davis Jr. Nice pickup here. Eventually brought down inside the 10-yard line. A few plays later, Larry Preston in there at QB for Wekiva. And when he's back there, he's usually going to run it. Makes it 7-0 Stangs. A little later on, they're going to give it to number 1 again. Larry Preston. This time he takes it in from 15 yards out. Wekiva after the quick 14-zip lead. Knights didn't get to be 3-1, though, by quitting. Ocoee QB Nick Wright calls his own number. The 10-yard score cuts the Wekiva lead in half. Then right before the half, check out this. This is good stuff. A little tip drill. Wright's pass deflected. Nice back set. The Knights' Corey Jackson comes down with it. Wekiva led 14-13 at the half, and the Mustangs take it.
All right, the Evans Trojans haven't been in the playoffs since 2012, but off to a 2-1 start. Their only loss so far this season was by 2 points at Winter Park. They're trying to keep it that way. Trojans hosting undefeated Oviedo in their first home game of the season. First play of the game for Oviedo from their own 5-yard line. Can somebody please tell me why it's called a safety? Doesn't seem very safe to me. It's 2-0 Trojans. Go to the second quarter. DeAndre Crook gets some great blocking, and it's 8-0 after the missed extra point. Still 8-0 entering the second half, but Oviedo gets on the Atkinson diet. Watker Atkinson feasting on the end zone, but they don't get the 2-point conversion, so it's 8-6 on the ensuing kickoff. Uh-oh, we're showing a kickoff return. You know what that means. Alonzo Allen takes it on the hop, and just 10 seconds later, he's really fast, and he's celebrating in the end zone. Evans improves to 3-1 with a 22-6 win. Back to downtown Orlando, Boone looking for its first win of the season, hosting West Orange. First quarter turned into the Jalen Carley show. First drive for the Warriors quarterback, Julian Calvez, looking for a 6'3 senior with incredible hands and concentration. Carley's fills the role. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing to watch. Good for them, I guess. 30-yard touchdown, 7-0 Warriors. Next drive, Calvez adds a little degree of difficulty. He decides to scramble a little before finding Carley's open down the sideline. Carley's motors in for the 63-yard score, 14-zip West Orange. Next possession, I bet Calvez looks for Carley's. Yeah, he did. It's not really fair, though. Although he didn't get into the end zone on that catch, just down to 1, but Calvez punches in on the next play. 21-0 West Orange at that point. Warriors cruise to a 48-30 victory.
Timber Creek traveling cross county to Windermere. Wolves trying to improve to 3-0 on the road this season. They got nice speakers there. Timber Creek has a nice kicker, Alex Davis, from 47 yards out. Wolves up 33-3. Then in the fourth, one for good measure, Jake the Snake Johnson. I don't know if they call him that, but we will. Tyler Landman's in the end zone. Wolves off to a 4-1 start to the year after the big win tonight. Slow zoom. I just recently watched the live-action Aladdin, so let's hop on our magic carpet, head out to the coast for a whole new world of football. A whole new world. Astronaut in Palm Bay wishing for a big old W. Opening drive, Connor Ferguson to Jaden Dollard. Look at that throw. I said it last week, and I'll say it again. Dollar bills, y'all. 6-0 War Eagles. Next possession for Astronaut. There is no such thing as too much Dollards. Right?
Yeah.
Here he is again. Jaden Dollard. Can't outrun DJ Pearson, but he still gets all the way down inside the red zone. And a few plays later, they're going to go back to the money man. He dives for the end zone, loses the football. Refs, though, say he broke the plane before he lost it. 13-0 Astronaut. Dollard had 3 touchdowns on the night. Ensuing kickoff, we got our third return touchdown of the night. Pirates get something going here. DJ Pearson spins out a 1 tackle, gets up the sideline. He's going to throw a stiff arm, then breaks a few more. Go, DJ, go, DJ, go. Unfortunately, it's not worth 28 points because that was the Pirates' only trip to the end zone. Astronaut goes on to win it 27-7.
I'm glad we always have someone named DJ. Up the coast in Daytona, Mainland put 57 points on the board last week, and they weren't even playing the Dolphins. Hosting undefeated Seminole tonight. We'll start with the Noles at midfield. Timmy McLean from the Clan McLean buys some time for Zion Jackson. Defender falls down to 55. We're going to go with 54-yard touchdown. 8-0 Seminole. After the 2-point conversion, go to the second. LASER actually stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. It's also what shot out of McLean's hand on that touchdown to Jackson. Noles up 16-3. Buccaneers would engineer a comeback, though, on 2nd and goal. Nathan Braswell sneaks in. That's when our camera had to leave, unfortunately. Mainland would actually come back to take the lead, but Seminole scored with under 2 minutes to play to win this one 22-20. And back in Seminole County, Lake Mary and Lake Brantley taking on some out-of-area invaders. Godby got smoked by Edgewater last week, took it out on the Rams 42-21. Brantley able to defend their home turf, takes down Gainesville's Buchholz 40-19. Other scores in a Hurricane Dorian makeup game. Haggerty gets back to 500 with a 23-15 win over Lake Howell. And Lake Nona improves to 4-1 with a 41-point win over University. Lions have won their last 2 games by a combined 103-7.
They may have been playing the Dolphins.
They might have been. Lions travel to Winter Park next week before returning to district play on October 11th.
All right, coming up, Bishop Moore looks to rebound versus South Sumter after back-to-back blowout losses. Plus, Foundation Academy looks to keep it rolling against Trinity Christian.
Leesburg had a few players suspended this week, so a bit short-handed tonight against South Lake. And we'll get to all of that, but first, round 1 of tonight's Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, they're orange and white with tubas full of might. It's the Boone Braves.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume, discover new ways to develop great talent like me.
This is Orlando. This is where we believe in magic and fantasies and wishing upon stars and the power of the imagination. This is where we believe in dreams and seeing them come true. This is Orlando, known around the world as the home of happiness, and to those who live here happily, as home. This is more than just a place to stay a while. It's a place to stay on the cutting edge. Here, innovation comes in every form, entertainment in every variety, and thriving businesses in every size. So if you think you know all there is to know about Orlando, prepare to be surprised. Because until you get to really know this place, this community, and see all the reasons why it's so magical, rest assured, you don't know the half of it.
Welcome back. Ty Lawrence took over for a coaching legend at South Sumter, replacing the legendary Inman Sherman back in 2017. After a rocky first year, Lawrence led the Raiders to the playoffs last season and appears ready to lay the next brick on that foundation. South Sumter averaging 37 points per game. That was before they went into Bishop Moore's Hornets' nest, though. Opening kickoff, Raiders go with a short kick, and Dylan Brazel is happy they did because he doesn't have to run as far to the end zone. A 67-yard return. Bishop Moore up 7-0 after just 9 seconds. South Sumter punts on their ensuing possession, but then fortune smiles upon the Raiders, picking up a fumble in the middle of that scrum somewhere. 3 plays later, Garrett Miller back to pass, hangs this one up for Gennaro Crankfield. The only problem is Crankfield plays for Bishop Moore, and he follows in Brazel's footsteps. 55-yard pick six. Hornets up 14-0, even though their offense had only run 2 plays, and one of those was a turnover. Yeah, we get it. You've been in the weight room. Next time Bishop Moore had the ball, it's 3rd and 15, and it's time for the razzle-dazzle. Dylan Brazel on the trick play hit Stephen Martin in stride. Hornets with a 21-0 lead in the first quarter. They go on to win this one, 42-28. Foundation Academy trying to make it 4 wins in a row, hosting Trinity Christian. Check out the quick hands by Michael Lemieux Bott. Forces the fumble, then falls on it like a good middle linebacker. Ensuing drive, we can't see Danny Stutzman in the end zone, but Henry Ostad can. Throwing it out of the camera frame for the touchdown. Next drive for the Lions. Quarterback runs are designed to go a few yards, maybe pick up a first down. But Ostad just walks this one all the way into the end zone for a 14-0 lead. Then in the second, Play of the Week nominee, Ostad over the middle. Stutzman with a one-handed grab, bounces off the defender, then slips away for a 50-yard touchdown. It was already going to be a blowout when he crossed the goal line there, but we'll throw in one more touchdown for Stutzman just for fun. Foundation takes it 42-8.
Fun fact, Yellow Jackets can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour, which means it could get from Foundation to Leesburg in about 66 minutes. The Leesburg Yellow Jackets trying to keep pace with South Lake tonight. Late in the first, Harrison Dickus finds a wide open Dion Mensah, a little toe tap. That was not easy, but he brings it in. Same possession now, second quarter. They give it to the big fella at the goal line, and Javon Johnson. He was also working out in the offseason, doing squats, deadlifts. 7-0 Leesburg. South Lake's turn now, and Wyatt Watson. How much Watson could a Wyatt Watson if a Wyatt could watch Watson? Well, we got a fumble. I don't know. Akeem Nickerson recovers, and Leesburg's back in business. Very next play, Dickus. Little spin. Goes right up the middle. 53 yards to pay dirt. Yellow Jackets jump out in front 14-0. But South Lake fought all the way back and forced overtime. So in the OT, they kick a field goal. Eagles take their first lead of the game, 17-14. So it's Leesburg's turn now. And Dickus never sees Juan J. Jones coming. Coughs up the football, and Chase Brazel, Razzle Brazel, is there to recover. South Lake comes all the way back and win it in overtime, 17-14. What a game. Elsewhere in Lake County, Eustis looking for their first win of the year. Mineola wouldn't let them have it, though. 56-7 the final there. And Harmony does pick up their first win, a 3-point nail-biter over Gateway. Panthers will have another chance at their first win next week at St. Cloud.
You know, Christian, so many great plays from so many teams tonight, but only 3 can be nominated for the Precision Play of the Week. We'll reveal the candidates next. Plus, lots of scholars are athletes and lots of athletes are scholars, but only one person gets to be the Scholar Athlete of the Week. All of that's coming up, but first, another installment of the Battle of the Bands.
They're white and blue and probably play the kazoo. It's the Apopka Blue Darters.
Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Road trip! You know it's super.
To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat. seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
What would you do if a date asked you how much you weigh?
Leave. Slap him. Toss him.
It was going so well until...
Ask him how much his mama weighs.
Oh, we talking about weight, huh? Well, how much your mama weigh?
All new Family Feud.
You ain't got to worry about how much I weigh. You won't be feeling nothing over here.
Weeknights at 7 on TV 27. All rise. The Honorable Judge Jerry presiding.
They said if I did a good job, I could keep the robe.
The king of daytime is trading in his microphone.
You can't go around lying.
For a gavel with real people.
She's a hater. She irresponsible. You want me to keep going down the list, or that's good?
Real cases.
I'm 100% not lying.
And the realest judge around.
Trust me, I know crazy.
Judge Jerry.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. on Channel 9.
Power 95.3.
So good for you.
Yeah. Orlando's new #1 for all the hits.
It's the moment when I show up, God, I'm saying wow. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on.
Power 95.3.
Custom designed for Orlando. I got it. I want it.
2 hours commercial free at 11:30, 4:30, and 8:30.
Like a light, like a light, like a light, like a light.
Power 95.3.
Orlando's new #1 for all the hits.
Covering Lake County's biggest stories, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Many incredible things happen all over the world every week. Like, did you know Pizza Hut introduced a Cheez-It pizza? Actually looks like big Cheez-Its.
Yeah, you get like 4 of them. Oh. But even that wasn't as amazing as the winner of the Precision Door Service Play of the Week. The fans decided this was the most mind-blowing play from last week. Edgewater's Jeremiah Connolly, allergic to being tackled, used the defender as a springboard, takes off 65 yards for the kickoff return touchdown. Eagles already pretty good on offense and defense, so when they're making special teams plays like that, forget about it.
Let's move on to this week's plays. #1, also out of College Park, Dylan Brazel, Razzle Dazzle. He's earned that nickname several times over the years. Does it again here. The wide receiver with a 49-yard touchdown pass to Stephen Martin. Brazel also caught a touchdown and returned a kickoff for a TD, so yeah, pretty good night. Play #2, courtesy of Foundation Academy, Henry Ostad and Danny Stutzman hooked up for a few touchdowns tonight. None of them more spectacular than this one-handed beauty. Shakes off the hit to make it a 50-yard touchdown.
Play #3 comes from Palm Bay, and this is one of the best kick returns you will ever see. DJ Pearson ate his Wheaties, maybe some Frosted Flakes, because this run is great. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. DJ Pearson to the house.
And that brings us to another edition of the FTC's Scholar Athlete of the Week, an opportunity to celebrate the students finding more than one way to excel at life. This week, the honor goes to a Bishop Moore Hornet who's on a path to helping others. Shane Whitehead has the introduction.
Senior tight end and team captain Caleb Perez from Bishop Moore is our Scholar Athlete of the Week. With a 4.32 GPA, high test scores, and 27 scholarship offers, Caleb's future in football and in the medical field appear to be pretty bright.
I don't really keep track of that stuff. I just love playing the game, you know. I don't really think of much as like an attention thing. You know, I just love the game. So, you know, whatever comes after that is just what happens.
Caleb is he's an extremely hard-working kid. He's very conscientious and likes to work, likes the process of getting better every single day. He's just extremely focused young man, really.
I've always wanted to go into the medical field. My dad's friend he's a missionary surgeon, and I just aspire to be like him because he's just a selfless dude, you know, and I really look up to him. So I want to be like him in any way possible. A couple summers ago, we went out to Chad, Africa, where we helped out this friend of my dad's, and where I got to actually assist in some surgeries. And that's when I really knew that I really wanted to go into the medical field, and it just felt super right.
He's a pretty selfless kid. He really cares about people, and it's an interesting dynamic because on the field he is mean as he gets, you know, but off the field he's a gentle giant. He really cares about people.
For example, Caleb was given a beehive as payment for services rendered. So he raises the bees, collects the honey, sells the honey, and donates the proceeds to a charity in Haiti. Appalachian State and Rutgers are two of Caleb's college choices. He told me he'll make his decision soon. Caleb Perez, our Scholar Athlete of the Week.
He is a better person than us. Good luck to Caleb.
If you would like to nominate someone, you can fill out the form on the high school football page at WFTV.com.
And now round 3 of the Battle of the Bands. They're green and gold and a wonder to behold.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
We got a red alert to tell you about. It's I-4 westbound right
in the car. There's nothing more frustrating than a traffic jam when you want to avoid backups or get a quick alternate route in the morning. Listen to News 96.5 WDBO with triple team traffic every 6 minutes. It's unmatched traffic reporting.
Westbound before you get to Fairbanks, tractor
designed to get you where you're going.
In the car, make sure you're listening to News 96.5 WDBO weekday mornings from 5 till 9 a.m.
A forecast that won't waste your time?
Storms are possible later today, right when school gets out.
Yeah, we've got that. Traffic expert watching out for your commute?
His alternate route will shave off 15 minutes.
We've got that too. With weather and traffic every 10 minutes, Channel 9 Eyewitness News puts in the work so you don't have to.
Lots of sunshine this morning.
From clear to severe, Brian and Raquel have you covered. Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Live starting at 5 a.m.
ESPN 580 is your home to Miami Dolphins football in Orlando. Don't miss a single play. Listen to all of the games live on ESPN 580 Orlando.
And we've reached the point of the show where we remind you to watch college football. It's good for the soul. And tomorrow we've got UCF right here on Channel 9.
Yeah, UCF and Pitt kick it off at 3:30. But before that, Michigan State Northwestern at noon. Then Oklahoma State and Texas in the nightcap.
We're all out of time. See you next week.
Good night, sports fans.